Hi, I'm here with Judge Alicia Perez-Frazard, and she's from Wayne County in Michigan. And one of the things that we want to talk about and ask you is about women right now in situations where they might be in an abuse case, and they're Latinas, that, you know, what is it that they might be, that they should do that they're not doing, and why is it that there's so much of a case there that too many Latinas wait so long before they get some help? What do you recommend? What have you seen? Are things changing, or are they getting worse?
Well, I was an assistant prosecutor for 12 years, and now I'm a criminal court judge in the Third Circuit Court of Wayne County. And I am concerned about women and coming forward. I think it's very important for women to find strength within themselves when they are victims of crime, to be survivors and to come forward, not just for themselves, but for other people. Oftentimes abusers do not just abuse one person, they'll keep on abusing if you let that happen. So it's important, first of all, my tips would be, first, find someone who cares about you, your mother, your sister, your girlfriend, and tell them and get comfortable with the fact that you need to come forward and you need to have the courage, you need to step forward and you need to advocate for yourself. And then with the help of someone else, because it's traumatic, it's very traumatic. When we're victimized, we feel like, is this my fault? Did I do something wrong? What are people going to think of me? When really, once you get a little bit of support, go in and go to a police station with someone, a support person. Report what happened, tell what happened, and then come forward. The authorities will be supportive of you. Nowadays, things are better. Things are much better. When I started as a prosecutor, children and child abuse and sexual abuse of children was practically not brought to court. You know, you had to, it was very difficult. Nowadays, there are all sorts of victim advocates for women, for children, victims of crime, and they will help you. They will answer your questions. You'll be able to write out what your needs are, and you'll be able to present your case in court. That way, you will feel that you did the right thing for yourself as well as for others.
That's good. And now, how about places that women that are really kind of coming from a different country, not a different country, but that are immigrants, and they've come here, and there's kind of like the mentality of not going. What do you think? Is because they feel ashamed that if they ask for help because of the families? Is there some pressure from the families that's stopping them from coming?
Well, you know, we're a society that is, you know, the women are protected, or the women don't like to speak out on sexual issues, things like that. And that's one issue, that we don't want to talk about sexual offenses. The second issue really is even worse. There's I think a feeling out there of racial profiling and of suspicion against immigrants in general. When you have a tough economy and you have tough times, people act out of fear, them and us. And now, when women or Latinos or Latinas are victims of crime, they're concerned. I know there's a concern out there for, do I have legal status? Do all my family have legal status? Is there an issue? When I go to the courts, are they going to be coming back to me and trying to deport?
Something happened in one of the states in the situation, right? Is that correct? Where there was a mom that was, she was an immigrant, didn't have the legal papers, she was married to an American, had a child, and she went forward about the abuse case, and they deported her instead.
Exactly. Arizona and other states especially, they have a lookout for illegal immigrants, and people are afraid to come forward on crimes or anything else because of that. And we can never guarantee, but I know that in my court, you know, there are rules of evidence, and when you're a victim of crime, it's not relevant what your legal status is, or if you're an immigrant or not an immigrant, and just like your sexual history is not relevant to the case and cannot be brought in. There's a rape shield statute. I just think it's an important issue that women know that there are people who protect them and come forward. And if you have a doubt about your status or your family's status and how it would be affected, I would say, you know, contact the Hispanic Bar Associations, the Prosecutor's Office, victim advocates, and because I can't ensure every person's going to be protected as far as their legal status, but I do know that to consult with people and to look at your case is important. And really, this country is one where it's a country of immigrants, and how we treat our most vulnerable is how we should be judged as a country. And so we need to treat vulnerable people, including immigrants, well, and especially not let them be victimized because of their immigrant status.
Yeah. Well, I thank you for your time.
Thank you so much.
Thank you
It
so
was
much
very
for
nice to
everything.